Hey everyone, it's me. I hope you guys are having a good day. I don't know what day it is, but hopefully you guys are having a good day. So, yeah, like always, I'm eating for you. It is my lunchtime. I'm eating lunch. It's the Lean Cuisine sesame chicken, I think. I used to love this all the time and have it sometimes. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. Yesterday was definitely Monday. um, I seem to have a lot of those days. If you can't tell. Um, Yesterday was good. Like a good day. Um, until the evening. And my oldest son had some trouble with one of his friends. And so a lot happened because of that. Him screaming, crying, just kind of turning the house upside down. Obviously, I tried to be there for him and talk to him. He didn't want to talk to me. It ended up bad. So then, today was the same thing. It started at 8 o'clock this morning. I did keep my other kid home today. Just because the poor kid, has to deal with all of it too, which meant we didn't get to go to bed at a normal time because of all the craziness. So, it started again at 8 this morning. And this goes not with everybody that has autism, but learning how to deal with feelings and rejection obviously is hard for most of us. Imagine if you're autistic and you've never really been through it, and you don't know how to process the feelings even more than the rest of us. And some of us have a lot more problems with it than we like to admit, right? So it's been a lot. Anyway, so I was gonna go see my mom today, was my plan, but I have a splitting headache. It's only in the 20s, but I woke up with a horrible, I would say a sinus headache, because Tylenol didn't touch it. An Excedrin tension headache, which usually will, if it's a migraine, it will take it away for me because I can take the Excedrin tension headache. It does not have like ibuprofen in it, and it's not touching it. Like, it's horrible. I've used a heating pad. I breathed in the heat from the heating pad. It's a slight better. So I'm getting the ice pack and I'm going to put it on my forehead and put the heating on my neck. See if that helps at all. So if I can't get it to help here soon, I will try to go see my mom another day. Probably at the end of the week. This will be the one time she remembered I said I was coming, right? Anyways, and I hadn't heard from my husband, which was unusual. But then I remembered he is listening to the radio and all the things going on in the world, which he's more focused on that all day, every day. So I'm guessing, because I'm not a news person, so unless somebody tells me what's going on in the world, I don't pay attention. You can call me ignorant or whatever, but I feel like me watching it, I'm not going to change it. I wish I could, but I can't. So I feel like I have enough problems, and I don't want to stress myself out with things I definitely can't change. And then my husband is one who watches it, even though he can't change it, and he gets mad about it. Or excited, whichever one you want to, you know. But watching it, he still can't change it, whether he likes it or not. I didn't even know more of the Epstein stuff came out until today, actually. I don't know when it came out. So, I had no idea. And I only saw that because I was on social media. And I saw that they supposedly named, like, area code 304 a lot. I don't know how true that is because I haven't read it and I'm not interested. But I will say about that. I know where 304 is, let's put it that way. Very familiar with it because that is where I'm from originally. Nobody should be proud to name that place, I promise. Sorry guys if you're following me and you live there. I know, everybody loves it. I was in a, I'm not saying I would never go home, but I hope not to. So close your ears if you're from there and you know me personally. I'm sorry. It's not the same place as it used to be, obviously, when I was growing up. But anyway, so yeah. So he's watching or listening to that while he drives, so that's more important always. He's loves politics, loves to listen, loves all of it. And again, I won't tell you who people voted for because I don't think that matters. But let's just say my husband and I are on different pages about all that. Which makes for an interesting I don't want to, I don't have a problem with people not agreeing. I really don't. I believe everybody has their own rights, that not everybody has to agree, and I'm the type of person that I would never try to change people's thoughts. I will, even with churches, for example, I have no problem listening to people's thoughts, how they think. Sometimes I find it interesting. I usually find it interesting because there is something that I usually find that I think, I never thought about that, right? am very open-minded. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I agree 100%. That doesn't, I'm not one that's gonna fight over it, is my point. So I have no problem. I think it's great that my husband and I don't agree. Because, it does give us things to think about and or talk about. I have never started an argument about, churches or anything that I maybe don't agree on. My mom always raised me to have my own thoughts. She and I did not agree on one thing in life. Well, we didn't agree on everything, but there was one thing that we didn't agree on, and she was fine with it. She respected me. I respected her. And so I don't have a problem with that. I always raise my kids to make their own decisions. Also, now my husband, on the other hand, tried to persuade our kids and myself. He is one that if you don't agree with him, he screams and argues and yells and gets worked up. So in my household, we don't really talk about that stuff. I have learned typically if I listen to him now, that seems to make him happy. I don't have to agree with it. But he does like it if I listen. Now, does he prefer to have someone who agrees with everything? Yes, he does. I think that's what he always hoped for and always wanted. Because he is somebody who doesn't understand that you don't have to agree with the same subject and still be okay. So yeah, it has gotten interesting around here, but so yeah, so whether we agree on the same church or the same politics or the same thoughts, we it does get interesting. So we don't talk about some of that stuff in my house very often at all. So yeah, so that's been my day. So I reached out to him. He's reached back, of course, but he's more concerned with the radio today while he's at work. So, there's days. But yeah, this headache is just not budging. I believe it's a sinus headache because it's in the eyebrows. But like when I push, it's not sore. So, like sinus would be if it was clogged. So it's just a sinus headache going on and it's horrible. Even sinus headache or like even sinus medicine, when you get these, or at least for me, have never worked. So, and they tell you not to, it used to be they would say like put water on a washcloth and then suck it up, which used to help a lot. But now they say you gotta be concerned with the stuff in the like tap waters. I don't know if it's the same if you use the bottled water and boil it. I'm not sure, and then put a washcloth in it. That might be okay. I'm not sure. I should look that up. But yeah, this headache's making me pretty bad today and not doing too well. So yeah, so that's been my day. I hope you guys are having a better day today. But again, seems to be how a lot of my days are, right? Anyway, so I am done with my lunch, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for eating lunch with me. Bye.